just hiked up and down the Pilgrim's Trail, which is the trail through the jungle up Duiseltep. It's really intense, it's challenging, it's steep. A lot of people say that it's actually harder to hike up than to cycle up. It's it's known as the Fat Stripper. It's intense. Anyhow, pretty proud of myself. That was, I think, the 4th time hiking up the Pilgrim's Trail, and I got my period yesterday, so day 2 of my cycle, and you know, here I am doing it. That's, for me, is absolutely incredible. And I wanted to talk about perceptions. My perception when we first arrived in Chiang Mai of this mountain, Duiseltep, was I hate it. I hate everything about it, everything it represents. It is so hard, it is so challenging, and I have never ever been a fit person. From as far back as I can remember, as young as I was, I've never been fit. And so as an unfit person, Duiseltep represented everything that I found extremely challenging and everything that I wanted to avoid. So, you know, when people would be all excited about cycling up Duiseltep and here's my PR and, you know, it's this, it's that, I'd be like, oh, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't care how much fun it is for you. I don't care how easy it is for you. I hate it. And the first time I cycled up Duiseltep, I thought I was going to die. I honestly, it was beyond anything I'd ever physically done before. I got to the top and I actually cried, and it was embarrassing. You know, I think, I don't know if people were laughing, whatever they thought of me. I don't know what their perception of me was, but my perception of myself and of that mountain was absolute pain. And I can tell you today that it is a hell of a lot easier. Hiking up is easier, cycling up is easier because I kept at it. But, you know, everything that we hear, everything that we see, we perceive through our filter. And I want to talk about fitness because that's just my example today. Because I was such an unfit person, I filtered everything about fitness through my perception of I hate it and I can't do it. You know, everyone's different, my body's like this, maybe you can but I can't, my knees, my asthma, my breathing, my blah 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 blah. I was full of excuses. I was an excusitarian when it came to exercise. I hated it more than anything. And nothing motivated me to do it. Nothing anyone said. I was just completely switched off. It was like I had industrial earmuffs on. I didn't hear anything anyone else was saying because I was stuck in my victim mindset, victim mentality of I can't do it, I'm different, I'm this, I'm that. And that's all coming from ego. As soon as you say I, with all the buts and all the excuses, that's just your egoic mind saying, I want you to stay as you are, I don't want you to step up, I want to keep you comfortable in fear and keep you down. And so I would always filter what people were saying about fitness and exercise and health through my perception that I could not do it and it wasn't for me. And it wasn't until I decided that I wanted something more for myself that I changed that filter. What inspires me is thinking about people who are unfit, who are full of excuses, thinking of people that are still the way I used to be. And I say to myself, well, I don't want to be like them. And I don't want to be that person that I used to be. And that's what motivates me. That's what I keep in mind. People that just don't want to do it and aren't interested and are content with being less. And that pushes me to want to be more. So you can take this idea of your filter, you know, mine being fitness, and you can apply this to whatever it is in your life, you know, health, relationships, whatever your situation is, whatever your story is. And I guess what I'm saying is I was a victim and I kept myself down because I wanted to. And it doesn't matter what anyone else said. I was not hearing them because I didn't want to hear them. I was interpreting what they were saying to what suited me, to what suited my ego and my current situation of being unfit, and whatever justified me continuing to do nothing. And when I think back to so many situations, I realise that, you know, when I would get really angry at people or pissed off at people even, just because of, you know, they're saying this and they're saying that and I should do this and they're giving me advice or recommendations or whatever, I wasn't even hearing their message, because I'm like, stop. I'm hearing it through how I want to hear it, not what they're actually saying. And what was interesting was, now thinking back, I would, as they're speaking, I would actually have my response, my comments already ready in my head. I knew exactly what I was going to say to defend myself before I even heard what they were saying. I wasn't listening because I didn't want to. We're filtering the message to suit whatever our perception of ourselves is and whatever we want to continue to see in ourselves. So finally I was ready to change my filter. I wanted more for myself, because youth fades but fitness is forever, and I saw that happening in my body, in my mind, and it wasn't good enough. I didn't want it anymore, so I changed my filter, I changed my perception. What's my perception of Duiseltep now, of this mountain that used to cause so much pain? My perception now is that it still causes pain, but it's pain that I choose because I want something more. It is a challenge. It forces me to step up. Every time something is painful, challenging, difficult, whatever it is, be it physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever, it forces you to step up and change. And it's in those moments when you want to cry, or when you do cry, or when you just hate what someone's saying and you just don't want to do it. It's in those moments when you do it, when you do take that step, when you do listen and you do change your path, that you grow. Am I at my ideal fitness? Absolutely not. I am so far from where I want to be, ideally. Am I happy and proud of where I am right now? Absolutely yes. If I waited until I was as fit as I ideally want to be happy and proud, that would be ridiculous. That could take years. I might not even get there. So I am happy and proud of myself because I am on the journey of health and fitness. I am proud and happy with each step I take. The question is, would I be happy and proud of myself if I never got off the couch, if I never did any exercise, if I remained the old me full of excuses and didn't make any changes? Would I be happy and proud of me? No. No, I would not. I was not, and I would not be happy and proud if I stayed the way I was. So wherever you are on your journey of whatever the topic is, fitness, health, relationships, work, whatever, so long as you're taking those steps towards your end goal, be happy and proud of yourself in every single moment. Is that filter allowing you to grow, to be more, to expand? Or is that filter keeping you stuck, keeping you small, keeping you in the same mindset that you have been for years and years and years, just the way I was? I chose to change my filter and it changed my life. Ultimately, what do you want? What is your filter? Thanks for watching, guys. See you next video.
We got a Peace Day burger here. Looks nice. It's got all the brands on the back here. Today, World Peace Day. Let's open this up.